All right, YouTube. Rapid Time Fitness checking in. About to hit y'all with one of my like I always try to say, I hammer things in so you will really understand. About to hit y'all with a little head hammering. But before we do, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment anything you want to say, your honest opinion of what I got to say. It's cool. We might agree to disagree, or we might agree, who knows. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. No, before I get into it, I just want to throw out this. I am not talking about anybody who's overweight or anybody who has a problem losing weight or any of that. This is talking about bodybuilder types, like myself. I don't compete, so I'm not really officially a bodybuilder, but I am a natural bodybuilder, a guy who builds his own body, lift weights and diet and exercise to build up my body, right? So with that being said, there's a lot of big mistakes that guys make, including my used to be self. Even after I knew this, we have the hopes and dreams that eating big is going to make you big. And big, yes, eating big is going to make you big, but it ain't the big that you want. It's not going to be muscle. I know I said this before, but I'm going to say it in a different way, and I'm going to say it again. Being big, eating big, I don't care what your genetics are. Some people have better genetics and get bigger than others, yes, but it's not as much as you think. If you think you're gonna be as big as an IFBB Pro or a Mr. Olympia or Arnold Classic, you're not. Hang that up. I'm sorry, because and I can't tell you what to do, but I'm telling you because of your own health. All right, you're pushing for. You can cause yourself to have type 2 diabetes, overeating like that, thinking that you're gonna gain so much muscle. You're not. Trust me. You're not gonna be. You're not gonna look like a roided up freak. That's what they call them. I'm not dissing them. That's what they call themselves. You're not gonna look like a roided up freak if you ain't on roids. Neither am I. I will never be. It's not worth it. I see all the stuff that's happening to other people that take that route. It's their own choice, personal choice. I can't say that without saying this. It's a selfish choice. I will say in my opinion, but there's no way that I can see that that is not a selfish choice. It's a very selfish choice, because you're taking yourself away from your loved ones potentially. You're shortening your life for a few more inches on your arm. Not me. But if you're natural, you're most likely not gonna weigh 2-something all muscle. All right, it's like, all right, I don't care what your genetics are. You could take a cat, a regular house cat, and breed them. You could take the biggest regular house cat you could find, the biggest male, and find the biggest female, and breed it with that. And breed. I'm speaking on breeding for size, right? We're talking about genetics, right? That's what your genetics are. Your genetics come from your parents, your grandparents, on down the line from the beginning of time. I don't know what gets watered down over years or what, bred in, bred out, just like anything else. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. You could take a cat and another cat, breed them. Okay, now that you bred big with big, you got a good chance of the kittens coming out to be bigger. And then you breed the biggest out of that. You breed big with big with big with big. 10 decades later, you're gonna have cats that's way bigger than the average house cat from your breeding, right? But if you got unrealistic goals, like you're going into it to, okay, I'm gonna invent a tiger, like my own version of a tiger. I want these house cats to end up as big as not even a tiger, something that's a third the size of a tiger, a cougar, a puma, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mountain lion. I want these house cats to end up as big as a dang mountain lion. in 10 decades. It's not gonna happen. So no matter what you do, naturally, you're not gonna be. And also, I mean, to me, I tell people my size, how big I am, or how much I weigh, and then they never call me small until they hear how much I weigh. They'll see my physique updates, they'll look at my arms, how you get that big, bro? This and that and the third. How much you weigh? I hate telling people how much I weigh. I really do, man, because, I mean, it's fun to get that surprise, but people don't understand size. Like, okay, I'm 149 this morning. 149 pounds. Oh, that's too small, bro. You starving to death. You gonna die. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I am way bigger. I have way more muscle than the average man. I have way more muscle than these guys who are dirty bulking, who are also natural, and they weigh 100 pounds more than me. There's a lot of guys that's 250 that can't outlift me, especially pound for pound. They're 250 and they're fluffy for no reason, because when I mean fluffy, they got a lot of body fat. And I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying they're taking the wrong route because they got this imagination. You gotta come out of your imagination. You gotta have realistic goals. If you look in the mirror with your shirt off, this is what I had to do. I had to look in the mirror with my shirt off and realize how much of it actually is not muscle. If you flex your bicep, you don't see cuts in between it. You got a big arm, that's not muscle. Guess what? When you cut down, it's gonna shrink. That's why a lot of guys are scared to cut, because they know the real, but they just don't want to admit it. They just don't want to admit it. They know it's reality. I don't want to cut because then you're gonna get small. No, then you're gonna actually have the muscle. Then your muscle's gonna actually show. You're gonna look real. You know what I'm saying? You can fool, and that's what they doing. They fooling people. And a lot of people are beginners, or you're the untrained eye, like I call it. I tell people all the time, you always hear that, the untrained eye. If you don't know what you're talking about, then you're the untrained eye. If you look at these guys and you think that's actually muscle, you see guys all the time walking around like this, acting like they're muscular, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not dissing, I'm just pointing it out. You know, if you want to really level up, you have to understand what's real. You have to understand what's real if you want to level up. I could have went. Well, like I say, I watched the road and not the camera, but I could have went, but then dude started speeding up. I hate that. Like, when people make sure that you can't go, that's so, I don't get it. Dang, they be trying to stop you, man. It's inside the gym, outside the gym, everywhere I go, people just try to stop me. Stop trying to stop me, man. That's another thing. Stop stopping. These guys, they bulk up. They think that getting muscular is just about eating big. They go in the gym and they don't do nothing. They do a few sets, show off ego lifts, and then they ain't really put in no work, but they look at me, and then I be busting my butt. They, oh, what you doing? I don't know what you're doing. And they try to teach me. They get all jealous. I'm like, bro, you can do it too. I get all mad too. Like, I don't even mean this video to go negative, but I'm gonna say a few things. Okay, if I'm in the gym and I'm doing pull-ups, and I come down, and maybe I didn't get a lot of pull-ups that set because I'm burnt out. I've been working my butt off. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pull-ups every set. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you could do 50 pull-ups. You think you could do 10 sets of 50? That'll be a Guinness Book of World Record or something. There's people that can do that, but there's people that be cheating and doing CrossFit type of pull-ups and all that. But I'm just saying, like, as you get drained, the amount of reps you're gonna get on any lift, any exercise, the amount of reps you can get is gonna go down and down. The amount of weight that you can lift is gonna go down and down as you get fatigued and you get tired. People that don't really work out, they will never firsthand understand that. Common sense will tell you that, but you don't know until you get under that bar, or you start doing them pull-ups, or you do whatever, push-ups, whatever. You don't know how tired and drained you're gonna be, which is a good thing. That's what we're going for. We're working our bodies. Too much people work their mouths instead of work their bodies. And then they wonder why they're not fit. This is not Jeopardy. This is not a talk show. This is not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This is not Wheel of Fortune. This is not something you gotta ding, 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 get all the answers right. Because you can say all the right things. You ain't done none of them. Then what's the point of even knowing it, in my opinion? Right? So you can watch this video and you can spew all of the stuff that I just said to somebody else. Yeah, I said it. I said that. Yeah. But what did you do? Talk about it. Be about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember that. Don't go in the gym and forget what you came in there for. That's why a lot of people be wondering why I like an empty gym. Because people will distract you, make you forget what you came there for, distract you and make your form bad. It doesn't matter how good your form is. When people are not allowing you elbow room, it will break your form down. And also, a lot of people, well, you don't own the gym. I don't, but I own my personal space anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? If you come within arm's reach and you get punched in the face, not even by me. I'm not even that type of guy. I'm not gonna front for the camera, you know, unless you absolutely deserved it. But I'm just saying though, some people are not me. Some people, it don't take much, and they'll knock you in your face. The question is who's wrong and who's right. It don't even matter. What matters is it happened. You caused it to happen. Mike Tyson airplane situation. What happened? And then people talk about, well, he didn't hit Mike, so Mike ain't got the right to hit him. Man, dog, it ain't about that. It ain't about who. Everything ain't about right or wrong, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's knocking on doors that you don't want answered and you crying when they get answered. All right? So, that ain't what the video about. Look at dogs, pit bulls. You got real pit bulls and you got fake pit bulls. You got athletic, muscular type pit bulls. They don't look big, but they're muscular compared to these fake, fat. Now, some of them are muscular, don't get me wrong. Some of that is, especially them XL bully pits, the double X, the taller ones, the bigger. Then you got them little pocket bullies and everything in between. Now, some of them be coming out of height. You know, this video ain't about dogs, but I'm just using that as an example. Which one you think look better? Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm taking your opinion away. Ain't no way that looks better than that. No way. That leaner, what a pit bull is supposed to actually look like, that's just like how a human being is actually supposed to look like. There is no way that these bulky guys looks better than me. There's no way that Bolo's, well, Bolo was pretty muscular. I don't know if he was on Royce or not, but there's no way that Bolo's physique from Bruce Lee movies had a better physique than Bruce Lee. You gonna tell me that? You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. That's why they brought classic physique back to bodybuilding, classic men's physique and all that. You know, even though these guys are still huge and roided up, you gonna tell me that Big Ramy has a better physique than Chris Bumstead? Chris Bumstead is huge, don't get me wrong, but he's better proportioned than Big Ramy. You know, Big Ramy's 50 times bigger than all these guys. But I'm just saying though, and you take it even further, me compared to Chris Bumstead. I don't care, man. Hey, man, I did it natural, all right? You look at half of these guys when they was natural before they got on that juice, and I know I said this before, but I did a video about Nick Walker, who's like up there with like Big Ramy. He's going to compete against him, you know what I'm saying? I guess, whatever. I'm not really into bodybuilding, but I do know of bodybuilding since I'm a lifter and I built my body and I look into things. So, these guys was not even, Nick Walker wasn't even my size. None of these guys, Coach Greg, none of these guys was my size. No disrespect. Well, I know it's natural. So just imagine if I was to start juicing up. But I won't. It's not worth it. It's not even real muscle. It's like you got different types of muscle fibers, and it's like, I don't know. It's not really fibers. It's water in the muscles. It's different things. Different compounds go cause different things, but you know, testosterone and your hormones go up and you build. Yo, I'm like, it's not worth it though, man. You're gonna have to be on stuff your whole life because it's gonna shut down your natural testosterone. We're talking about bulking though. Let's talk about natural people. Why am I talking about this? But yeah, while I say that though, I'm gonna say what I was gonna say. It's gonna shut down your body's natural ability to produce testosterone. That's why your nuts will shrink up and shrivel up. Because they're not produced, they don't have a job, so they're gonna just shrink up. You know what I'm saying? Your body's gonna eat them like for energy, I guess. I don't know. Whatever your body isn't using is gonna eat away. That's just like if your arm was dead. Your body will eat that arm. Like let's say it was like still attached, but it was dead. Your body's gonna eat that arm. It's gonna get smaller and smaller. This arm is gonna be way bigger than this arm because this arm has no job. Think about it. I'm smart. So people that be disagreeing with me, just please analyze it. You could disagree, but first, analyze what I'm saying, then disagree. Feel free to disagree, but don't be ignorant with it, all right? Don't ignore the word. Ignorant. Break down it. Ignore. You gonna ignore knowledge, bro? You know what I'm saying? I at least hear people out first. I mean, somebody could be somebody that I totally disagree with. Like somebody could be telling me about keto, why keto is great, and I hate keto. I will tell you that. I got a million reasons. But nobody has yet told me why keto is so great without me being able to shut them down. Not that I'm in an argument to shut you down, but if you go against me, I'm going to go against you, and then we going to go at it, and then we might learn something from each other. Most likely you're going to learn something from me than me learning from you, but just because you're a beginner does not mean that you don't know anything that I might not know. You might know one or two things that I might not know, but the majority of things that I know about, we talk about fitness. I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence, not on purpose. If you take it that way, that's on you. We're talking about fitness. My amount of fitness knowledge and a beginner's amount of fitness knowledge is going to greatly differ. That's like you, I'm not telling you, you might know a lot about something that I don't even know about. Most likely whatever that said thing is something that I'm not even into, because I really know a lot about the things that I'm into. Because I'm not really into that many things. So comment, like, subscribe, share. Stop having a battle of wits that's killing your gains. You always arguing, always this, always that, never doing. That doesn't make sense. If you're always talking and never doing, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter how much sense you're making when you're talking. You might be talking the most, you talk a good game. You ever heard somebody say that? That's what you're doing. When you're only talking and never doing, you're talking a good game. That's it. Is that it? Oh, overeating. You got to know your calorie amount, man. These even bodybuilders, they say, you know, old school bodybuilders used to always claim to eat 10,000 calories and this and that and the third. All of that everything's for show. That's just like a lot of guys claim to be natural. Now it's coming out that they're not. It's all for show. It's all to get you like, oh, and I can be like that. And if I listen to this guy, oh, everything's fake. The world is a stage, all right? It is. If you believe everything you see and you're that easy to fool, they will fool you every time and they will run you dry. Either of your money or your time. You're going to waste decades listening. I know I wasted years listening to the wrong people. Some people, no matter how many times they fail, they're going to keep listening to the same stuff. The definition of insanity. It's killing your game. Man, leave me alone. I'm gone. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Watch the rest of my videos. Don't tell me nothing. And that's only for the negative people. Why am I saying that at the end of the video all the time? Because the people who act like that most likely didn't watch the whole video. So the people who are still watching, shout out to the 5. when I say negative things like that, I'm not talking about y'all, because I know y'all listening. So keep listening. Watch the rest of my videos. Go back. I've been on YouTube 3 years, so go back to my first videos, and those videos still have packed full of knowledge. Like they're packed full of knowledge. And we're at the gas station, I'm talking to a phone, people looking at me weird. It's all good. But people don't understand that, okay, this is hands-free camera. I could be on the phone. I could be talking to the phone. I could be recording a video. I could be doing anything. Or I could be talking to myself. Which half the time when I be doing these videos, I think that's my secret. Half the times when I'm talking to these videos, I act like, well, I feel like I'm talking to myself. And I think that helps, because what would I say to me? What would I say to old me? What would I say to me when I was having this problem or that problem? What did I need to hear? Epiphany. Time to like, subscribe, shout out back at your boy. Peace.